also done some other activities with the countryside staff and those staff at Hyde Bailey Hall.
We planted the orchard in November 2010, and then the next step was to get some honeybees in the park, which we managed to achieve that.
So what do you think?
Good.
Anybody want one of these to wear?
So I'm gonna think you smoked me.
Operation Farm came on board, and they've been really successful in achieving this lottery bid for almost £50,000 with the beehives, the orchard and the cafe, and now Operation Farm and the classroom. We've achieved a huge amount in the last couple of years, and I'm quite sure with the people we do have on board all working together, we can achieve much more as well.
There's going to be some lovely flowers to look at, there's going to be some sculptures to admire, there's going to be a bit of a trail to walk through, and there's going to be places to sit, whether it's to eat, to learn, to enjoy. We've got some festivals planned.
It's important that people see orchards as not just a set of trees, but see them as something that can be at the heart of the community, really.
We wanted the younger people to know that this is their park, this is their orchard, and so hence that's why it's a community orchard, so it's owned by the community.
We got all the local schools, community groups involved, and we had a big planting day with lots of activities, and it was really good fun.
The children have absolutely loved today. They've adored every aspect of it. Some children going back to do some activities twice. The cafe was set up for people with learning disabilities to work in. The community orchard came from the idea about food, where does it come from? How does it grow, what we do with it after when we harvest that produce. I suppose also is about looking at the other types of fruits and vegetables. So then we can use them in our kitchen and we can start to make things with them, whether it's jams, pies, chutneys. And then obviously it's about the service and the selling of that produce too.
It's got all these wonderful things, these artworks which local school children have been involved in creating, and we really thought that was quite important to bring a bit of character to the space and make it feel like a place in its own right within the park. Nestled within really that taller grass and the wildflowers, we'll have some little wildlife sculptures that will be positioned around the orchard, and the idea there is children will come in and actually sort of almost discover them, and it'll be like they're exploring the orchard. The designs have pips which will show kind of insects and animals that can be found.
And in many years to come, the children who've helped us today and 2 years ago when we first planted it will bring their children in and bring their grandchildren in. They'll say, look, I have an apple off this tree that I helped to plant so many years ago.
The kids will be able to come back to the park and say, look, you know, I did that, that was my design.
That was the thinking behind it as a community orchard, to get the community involved.
And one of the key things that people talked about was about having something to be proud of, you know, in Hyde, having something as a legacy for the future.
It's given the children a sense of pride and ownership in a local area that all the children, not just themselves, but the children in our school, use a lot on a daily basis. And some children have said they're going to bring the grandmas over here to see the flowers that have been planted, but most of all I think they've enjoyed getting their hands dirty.